Hello, everyone. Today we are back again with another very, very important show of our world because today in this chaotic time and this disturbances in the world around the countries, between the countries, and with each human being, many human beings, many individuals are affected by so many disturbances around the world, in our India also, in our home also, in our neighborhood also. So for this, we have started one beautiful program of Peace is Power. When we have peace in our mind, in ourselves, then we can send vibration of peace to all the people who are disturbed around the world. So today we have our theme as storytelling and story sharing, where Samina Barodwala will be telling us some stories and some incidents, something related to peace or many other relationship issues, and whatever she has to say, I would leave it to her. So Samina Barodwala is a public speaking expert. She is English speaking expert. She is author, and she is very beautiful and warm human being. So I welcome Samina ji to come on screen and share with us a bit about story sharing. So Samina ji, uh, I think so we lost her because of network issue. Anyways, we will wait for her to rejoin so that we can start our program of story sharing. Anyone who would like to say something about story sharing?
Uh,
Yes, Raj.
myself. Okay, so story sharing. As a trainer, I always emphasize my participants, even in verbal laughter, to express themselves so that they are not alone. Story sharing will will bring you a message of peace. That's why that's why this program, Nupurji, myself, Minu Minucha, and um, all the other trainers have come up with this idea. We dreamt of this idea, and Nupurji and Shabana made it happen. So they are the miracle behind this. So every story has a message of peace. That's why storytelling is is a sort of a expression of peace. It's sort of a expression of peace, message of peace. It brings the participant peace. When the trainer delivers the story, the participant listens and immediately forgets the stress and starts laughing. That is what's happening to me in this platform. From the day one, I think it's already 1 week since we joined, 4 days or 3 days, it's bring me peace. So I'll leave it to Samina ji to share with you the
Yes.
power of peace. Thank you, Dr. Nupur.
Thank you so much, Rajvin. I think so. Samina ji is having some issues with her network. Uh, Ria, you are here. Ria, you are a very good storyteller. Can you just come online and say a few things?
Ria, go for it, Ria. We missed you.
Yes, Ria, come on.
Okay. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Ma'am, actually,
Evening.
storytelling.
It's so long to see you. Come, come, come.
Oh, ma'am, thank you so much. Ma'am,
Are you?
actually,
Yes.
same. Storytelling is something which I think, I think which touches the emotion, that touches, it's just like theater with that touches the heart of the other person also, because you
Yes.
are logically organizing it, and you're at the same time you're touching the emotions also of
Yes.
to the other person, and you're telling some things in a way um, that it's very interesting. So the emotional, the cognitive, a lot of aspects are covered. So storytelling, I
Yes.
think, I think just like theater, storytelling also makes it interesting. Like earlier, people did not have TV and all, so they used to watch lok kathas. This is how they used to entertain, and theater also. Like,
Wow. Thank you so much, Ria, for sharing such a beautiful thought. And really, I would like you to tell a
my,
story. And
my
after a
mother would
little
also like to
while,
speak something. My mother would also like to speak.
okay, we will speak a little later. We are on live.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
she would like to say something about story.
Yes,
She would like to
storytelling.
say something about story. Yes,
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 ma'am.
please, please. Please,
Nidhi, come.
Nidhi, please come.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes. Hello.
So,
Good evening.
whoever is
Yes.
available, I just want to ask one simple question. What is a story?
What?
Yes.
Just define what is a story.
Who will answer?
Is there anyone who
Yes,
want to
Samina.
answer?
Samina ji, if you want, if you may, let me try.
Yes, please
So,
come in.
story is a narration of how you feel about something or someone.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Anybody
Any,
else?
Hello.
anyone else? Yeah.
Yeah, I just joined. So, what is the question?
Mhm.
What
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 is
is a
What
story?
is the story? Yeah.
Sorry.
Story.
uh,
She's
Actually, Samina ma'am is here, so I think she should continue. I was just there because, just to
no,
fill
no,
the gap.
you just say. Please, please. Just say a few things and then Samina ji will take over. No problem.
Whenever I take a workshop, I always start with defining, what is a story?
Okay.
So is the story something which we read in the books, or something like that, or we can define it in some other way?
Uh,
Wow.
I
That's
would say
great.
that it is a sequence of events that we link together.
we experience in our daily life.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So storytelling, according to me, is a sequence of events narrated
A
in a
narrative.
way that the listener experience the same emotion as the
Yes.
narrator.
Exactly. Very well. Put together.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay back. Nidhi, please stay
Thank you
back.
so much, Nidhi. Thank you so much, Nidhi ji. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And Samina ji will take over from here. Samina ji, please.
Yes.
Welcome again.
Thank you so much, Nupur and everyone, for being here. It's a wonderful evening that, we all are together. And I have come here as to just tell you a narrative. We all love stories, isn't it?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And so stories came down orally from generation to generation. But we are so lucky today that we have it on the print form, in books, and even on every of the social media. So we have a load and a treasure trove of stories of the past, the present, and the future, which goes into space and defies time and space. I think we all know that. So coming to today's theme, that peace is power. Why would you think that peace is power? Anybody?
Peace is power. Peace is power means peace is power is, to me, peace is peace can tell a story. Peace can bring me strength. Peace can bring me empowerment. That's why, hence, we believe that peace is power. Peace is also prayer. Peace is also calmness. Peace is also serenity. Thank you.
Serenity and a blessing. So
Yes.
right. Wonderfully said. Okay. So from this angle, we take it upon ourselves to tell you a story about a merchant, in a very crowded street. Think of it that, we have entered a crowded street with lots of vendors around, screaming for their wares to be sold, and each one vying with the other to, to be heard so that his wares get sold faster. And it is all a world of competition, chaos, confusion, and a lot of bustling and hustle and bustle with the noises surrounding, in the entire street. In that scenario, we find a saint who calmly walks, through all this chaos, unaffected, and he goes and sits under a tree. And he just closes his eyes with, no expression on his face of being troubled or harassed by these noises, a smile hovering about his mouth, and a very serene expression on his face. And in there comes, this merchant that we spoke about in the beginning. And he's coming and just watching this saint. That, my God, how can he sit, so calmly and unperturbed by the sounds and the noises? He's not affected and he doesn't even bother. And he sits down next to him and waits for the saint to open his eyes. And as the noises continue, and after some few moments, this saint opens his eyes with a very, again, a serene expression, calm and soothing, this in his eyes, and a smile hovering on his lips. So the merchant questions him that, Sir, how can you be so quiet in a place of so much hustle bustle? How can you sit so quietly with a wonderful expression on your face with no effect of the noise around you? So the saint tells him, Do you want to experience the same? Yes, of course, the merchant says. I would love to experience it, but I wonder how you can do it. No problem, says the saint. Just do one thing, sit quietly and shut your eyes. And as you shut your eyes, just go inside within you and see how you can find the peace. Do one thing. First, inhale deeply and then exhale. And keep on doing this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And that is exactly what the merchant is doing. And in a short span of time, he feels that there is no noise around him. It's a quiet, beautiful world. And he can feel the peace, within him, and all the noises have vanished. And in this state, he sits for again some 10 to 15 minutes. And as he comes out of that reverie, he smiles at the saint and tells him, Yes, you were right. I experienced the peace within in spite of the hustle bustle around. So he says that that is the peace that we all seek. So we should not be affected by the noise around us, the cacophony, the complete turmoil, and the, noises and voices which get muffled and which get all lost in the scream and the shouts. What is important is what is within us. And if peace is within us, we are not going to hear any of these sounds. And that, people, is the power of meditation, which brings peace. Do you feel the same when you go in for such a trance in meditation?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what about the others?
Yes, yes. I feel the peace. Wow.
Hmm.
That
So,
was
Samina,
such a beautiful story. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing it. Yes, that is how we find peace within.
hmm,
Thank you.
hmm. So there is a great affirmation which says, that no matter what is outside, no
Right.
matter what difficulty is there, but I find peace within. Okay. And this
Yes.
affirmation, we do every day in one particular group,
Mhm.
wherein we do few affirmations and then we go on to meditation. Coming from there, we'd like to ask you, why is peace as Nupurji said, peace is so important in this war-stricken atmosphere. We are seeing that how does this start, this war? Because there is no peace within, everyone is competing with one another. Each country, each ruler, each politician. And earlier we had the kings and Maharajas who competed with the Maharaja or the king of the other land. And again, there were wars and conquering. But that is not conquering. Don't you feel so? Because in that ego state, they have destroyed the peace not only within but around. So many innocent people are killed, and there is lot of havoc and confusion and destruction. Coming from there, if we see that if we all pray and meditate for the peace around the country, around the nation, around the globe, there will be a wonderful sense of peace prevailing everywhere with no wars have never um, benefited anyone. We have just seen that wars harm, destruct, destroy, and brings in a lot of difficulties for each one. After the war, we know that King Ashoka, where he was a great conqueror and warrior, he was so depressed on seeing the destruction around him and the lives of innocent people being finished that, he said with his hand on his head that I wish I would not have thought of conquering any land and this war would not have taken place. And that day he took a pledge that he will never fight again for conquering land or treasures from another state. And that's how, at that time, truth and peace prevailed. So, the same year. So, we will talk about taking from this aspect of getting peace amongst the war stricken and competitiveness that goes on in society. We have a particular tribe in South Africa called the Ubuntu. I'm sure you must have heard of it. Yeah, we all have heard of it.
Yeah.
So this is, yeah, an anthropologist. He had gone in that particular land in South Africa to do a survey. And when he was always surrounded by children, he said, "Let me test them and let me play a game." So he told the children that, what we will do is, under the tree, I place a basket of candies. And the first child, the first person who runs towards it gets all the candies in the basket. And the children were very happy and thrilled. Who doesn't like candies? So when he said, okay, get set, go, one, two, three, do you know what happened? Do you think all the children uh, ran competing with the other, or what did they do? They held hands and they all ran in a particular complete serenity towards the basket of candies. They all reached there together. There was not one ahead and one behind. And they all took that basket of candies and handed it over to each one. So each one could get a share of it. And this anthropologist was very surprised. He asked the children that, one of you, the fastest runner, could have got all the candies. Why did you do this? Why did you all walk together and not run one after the other? So the children said that, we do not believe in competition. If we get the candies and our friends don't get, aren't we going to become sad? And we don't want that sadness to prevail. So it's better we share and eat rather than grab everything under the sun. And that's exactly what the Ubuntu tribe does. They always live in a sort of unity and peace, togetherness, and thinking of everyone. So it's not each to his own, but all for one. And that with that, we this concept of unity and peace should spread all around the world, wherein there is no competition but collaboration, whereas there is a merger and no ego and falsity of me, or I. Do you agree with that, people here all on the platform?
Yes.
Yes. I would like to. I would like to also share a Punjabi quote also. In Punjabi, they say like "tu main." It's like me and I. What is me and I? In the end, you're not going to carry anything. You're just going to carry peace and love and legacy and laughter. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how
It's
I feel.
very nice, very nice. It's we don't carry, what she said was so true. We do not carry the ego with us or any of the materialistic possessions that we own today. So why compete with it? Why not share it? And why would we, uh, you know, uh, take away, snatch away, grab away something from someone? Only if, like, there is this cake philosophy that we all have, that when the cake is cut for the birthday, each one of us take a slice of the cake. It's not that the birthday boy or girl eats up the whole cake. Have you ever seen that? No. So it's always sharing and caring that takes the world to a place of peace and power, and which transcends into that. And anyone else for that, or you can ask me any questions or any other story we can have.
Samina ji, yeah. Just now you mentioned the story of birthday cake and everybody gets a slice.
Yeah.
Interesting. And that's how I interpret Karwa Chauth, which is coming in a day or two.
Hmm.
First, Punjabi is not, especially northern people. So that thali, we circulate the thali watana in Punjabi, we say. So
Hmm.
the logic behind is you have a bowl or container of joy and happiness.
Hmm.
You share it with everybody, and in the end the same thing comes back to you. Everybody gets back the same joy. So symbolism of that, we think whose thali is heavy and light and whose is big, who does mother-in-law. Nothing that sort. The thing is, we are holding a container, sharing it, and once you have love, kindness, and compassion, peace, gratitude is the outcome. I mean, there's no way anybody can take peace from you if you have compassionate heart and empathy and everything. My
Exactly.
little two cents. Yes,
Very
thank
nice.
you.
Very. So it's the compassion and kindness that continues and flows, through human to human. Tell me one thing, that if any part of the world, where people are
Sabina ji, you are mute. Please unmute yourself. Now it's okay. Yes. Please continue.
Yeah. Sorry for that. So what we see is this is something that we have seen people in different way we don't even know people. So what is it that connects us? It is the thread of humanity that connects us all. And all religions are of the opinion that, we all need to share and live in peace. But it is only madness that takes us, to the level of. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You hear me? Okay. So this is the thing that we are bound by, a thread, a sort of a human to human connection that even if we don't know someone who's a stranger to us, something happens to that stranger and it affects us. We start crying or we feel sorry or sad. So why not keep this binding between humans intact rather than destroying that wonderful connection that we have with each other? It's, as she said, it's the kindness, the sharing, the caring, the compassion, the kindness that brings peace within each one's heart. And only when we share, we all have seen, we feel so happy. And there is a joy and a joy de vivre that is translated and shared by all, and that brings us peace. And so we say peace is power. Okay, Nupurji?
Yes. So beautiful, Samina. Very beautiful. You said is so true. And this really, enlighten us on many avenues of life also. And simple childhood also, where children are so innocent and they really humane. I think so. All of us should learn from them that we should be united. We should be sharing with each other, and we should be sharing each and every part of our life, like joys, happiness, even sadness also. That is what sharing and caring is all about. Then only we will be able to help each other. Otherwise, it is very difficult to help each other if we don't know the problem, right? So you have said so beautifully, and you have shared such a beautiful two stories and real life stories also. And I would request you to share some more if you have any more in your kitty bag.
See, as Nidhi said, it is a narrative which, captures our heart. And
Yes.
when you learn the story, it's not learning the story, it's like it's the art and science of storytelling. And I would urge everyone, to do this storytelling for so.
You are muted, Samina ji. Now it's okay. You're not audible.
Sorry for that.
No, no problem.
Yeah. And so, we see that this culture, if it spreads, and it is the gratitude that, we, with an attitude of gratitude, that we bow down to universe for all that universe has given us. And in that bowing down, in that gratitude, we get more, which we can share with people. But if we be greedy and egoistic and, very competitive, that I want the best and the others should not get it, it's a world of strife, destruction, and as I said, sadness. So I hope everyone understands that aspect. Coming from the Ubuntu theory, I will just say another short story, which I love, and I'm sure you're going to love it too. So then this anthropologist tried another way to get this children, to compete in a running race. And he told them that let's see which of you run fast and come to the winning pose. That will be the first winner. Now the children, when he says get set go, they all run and rush to the winning spot. But when they turn around, and there is a thunderous clap, from the audience. But when these children turn around and see a lame boy, on his stick, coming slowly and looking very sad because he could not reach the winning post, and he sees that all have reached. There is, of course, a hierarchy of 1, 2, and 3, but he is nowhere near the winning post.
You are muted.
आई थिंक उनका या तो नेटवर्क इशू है या छोटे फोन से कई बार प्रेस हो जाता है. ओके, नाउ शी इज बैक.
She's back. Yes.
Sorry again for that. And I had to, yeah. So the thing is, that these children, they tell the host, the one who had organized that we do not want the gift, we do not want the prize, and we don't want to be 1, 2, 3. And they all held hands, walked back to where that lame person was, and held his hand and helped him. And they walked at his pace, and all came to the winning post in one line and all together. So we all are winners, they said. We don't want a 1, 2, 3, and we are not competing with each other. And really, to be very frank, we don't want to make this person, this child, this friend of ours feel low and depressed. So we all have one, and that is the power of unity again. If they wanted, they could have taken the prize and, teased him and ridiculed him, but they didn't do that. That is the power of compassion, generosity, and the feeling, the caring of the feeling that that boy would have if he lost and they won. And that pain brought them to realize the suffering that boy would have. And in order to erase that suffering, they walked back to him and they all walked together in a line till the winning post.
Wow. Amazing, amazing, Samina ji. This was beautiful rendition of, and I could visualize all that, the way you
Yeah.
were narrating. I could visualize the lame boy and all the children who were competing in the race and all that racing field. And I mean, you could make us visualize all that. That is the beautiful art of storytelling. And I'm really so, so glad that I could visualize. So that is your power.
Inaji and Nupurji, I would like to say something.
Yes, please. I will, please say something, what you want to
I,
say.
w- I, w- I would agree. I would agree with this because no, everyone is everyone is a winner. वैसे तो everyone is a winner and everyone deserves to be unique as they are. So that's why peace brings unity to everyone around us. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow for the next session.
Thank you, Rajvin.
So beautifully, so beautifully said, Samina,
Yes.
and you're so beautiful and you're so warm. I'm inspired by you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We need to, everyone, Nupurji and every participant here, I'd love if you could write this story, the same, and even other stories, and let's share it in the next session or tomorrow morning when you meet, as you said. It would be something, which propels us to, as Nupurji said, the show and tell, and not just, it's not just a narrative, but it is something that you visualize in front of your eyes when a storyteller tells you the sequences one by one.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yes, we will do that, Samina ji. We will definitely arrange something like this. That we all will share some story. We will write our own story, of course, under your guidance, and you are going to teach us how to write a beautiful story, which everyone could visualize, like you had told us a story. And I would request Ria also here. She is a good storyteller. Next
Yes,
time,
yeah.
Ria is going to say something. Right now, are you ready, Ria? You can share something out here. Would you like to share a story, small story? Ria is not able to, I think so. So, Meena ji, would you like to say something?
Yeah, Samina ji, I'm just thinking aloud because I have been a primary school teacher for 13 years in India, in Chandigarh and Panipat. And you know what I'm thinking? As teachers, we give very nice, by storytelling, we try to instill values in children, in students, in our students. But what happens is when they go in the real world or their parents, parents are very ambitious these days because, then they say, you have to come first, you have to do your best, 99% is also not enough. And, my children was studying here in USA when we moved here 30 years ago. And then, like teachers would give them 110%. So, like 10% bonus question. If they do everything right, then you get 10% more. So 110 upon 100. So, like in different, they go into conflict. Like as a parents, we can say, don't worry about marks and grades and, be a nice person, be compassionate, help your student partner with you. But in the end, real world is not that kind. You have to prove your best. And this is what all inspirational coaches, life coaches, they tell you. You can thrive, but you have to be the best. You have to be on the top. Like we always give example of people who are on the top position. We never say who is doing the clerical job. So there's a conflict for this upcoming generation and new generation. So where do we find balance here?
I understand. I understand. There's a lot of competition. But even in that competition, no, Nilamji, what I've seen is there are people bringing up other people to a certain level. And those are the kind souls. So everyone cannot be so. You may have, captured that job. You may have come first you may have excelled at everything. But when compassion runs in your blood, when there is kindness, you always try to uplift the other and not pull him down. And this is what I have seen and I have done. So that is why people say, you're very kind. I don't want to give any examples because that would be flaunting myself. But I would say that many of kind souls are those that, no matter even if they are excellent in studies or sports, we have seen such humanity like in J.R.D. Tata and so many others, Abdul Kalam, and so many other of our great men in our country. And that is the power of, in spite of winning, you try to lose to get others on the top. And you don't lose, in fact. The blessings that you get and the awe that they are in for you, it, surpasses every competition that is there in the world.
Amazing, amazing, Sabina ji. And I would like you to conclude this session, and we will meet tomorrow again. So please conclude this session so that I can end. Yeah.
So thank you, Nupurji and Mavin Platform for inviting me for this wonderful session. I'm so happy that so many have joined, and I hope you take back some lessons from here. And as I said on that same topic, if you could write and we could share it, tomorrow there must be another speaker coming, so not possible, but we can always meet here at 8 in a few coming days when Nupurji invites Neelam or Minu to do the session. I'll be a participant. And I want to see that has, of course, it has affected you, but let's carry that legacy ahead. Let's carry that treasure and divide and distribute it amongst the fellow human beings.
Exactly same thinking like me. Live,
Mm,
love, laugh, and leave behind a good legacy.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
with peace. Peace is power.
Peace is power, Rajvin, and peace is power, and that's why we are here to spread peace and
Peace.
to
Yeah.
give everyone peacefulness. And so let's celebrate peacefulness. And with this, I end this session. And tomorrow we
Yeah.
will meet again with one more speaker, beautiful speaker who will be singing for us. So wait for tomorrow's news. And yes, Minuji is back here. Minuji, please come online and say a few words for Samina.
I was listening to all of it and amazing stories, and I really loved Meena ji's concept कि वो हम थालियां क्यों बटाते, so that is a perspective I had not realized earlier. Thank you so much, Meena ji, for enlightening us about it. So amazing stories. So Meena ji, you were really awesome. So I enjoyed it. I couldn't participate much since I was out and traveling. So, but I enjoyed listening to all of you. So amazing session again. And all thanks to Samina ji, Meena ji. Rajvin तो हमें अब बहुत ही ज़्यादा ऊपर उठ रही है.
Yeah. Remember what did you call yesterday's speaker? She was so powerful.
Yes,
And
yes.
she had inspired me. Navya Singh, right? Her name is.
Beautiful. Yes.
So she said, "I'm a king and I'm a warrior and a queen.
Right,
So I will
right.
be a queen,
Good.
and I will manifest that." So see you guys tomorrow
Yes.
with another
Thank you so
beautiful
much.
session.
Yes,
Yes.
we'll meet
Bye
again.
bye.
And more power to peace tomorrow.
Bye.
Okay, see you to all tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
I'm stopping the
Bye.
live stream.